Big news that we are getting for you at this point in time. Firing reported at a cafe in Canada, Surrey. Threat message was also put out targeting comedian Kapil Sharma. This is the latest update that we are getting for you at this point in time. A video showing a late night firing incident at a cafe in Surrey, Canada has gone viral on social media, triggering concern among local residents. And so what we are getting to know is that this particular cafe that has been targeted is located next to Caps Cafe that is associated with Indian comedian Kapil Sharma. Priyank Tripathi joining us on the phone line for more on this. Priyank, what is the latest update that you can share with us?
Hina, this is the latest claim which has been given by Chai Sutta Bar. This person is a fugitive in the eyes of the Indian law enforcing agency, and he has been involved in various crime incidences, and what he claims that he is somewhere related to Lawrence Brishnoy gang. What these individuals have been claiming that they have carried out an incident of firing at Surrey at a cafe which is Chai Sutta Bar. This cafe is right next to Caps Cafe, which is owned by comedian Kapil Sharma. In the threat letter allegedly which has been circulated by them on social media, what they have claimed that these individuals, both Kapil Sharma's cafe and this Chai Sutta Bar cafe, have not been following the instruction which has been given by these gangsters who are based in Canada. That's why they are carrying out this particular incident of firing, which is being verified by the official. The fact of the matter is that this is once again another attempt by these individuals, those gangsters who have been away from India, and they have managed to have their footprints there in Canada to threaten all those individuals who have been indulged in various kind of businesses in Canada. The Canadian authorities have been very much clear that they will take action against these individuals. But by circulating these kind of social media posts, they also try to circulate their fear in the mind of all those people who would have got it, or through any of the news which is being circulated or which is there of the profile of the individuals who are being targeted.
All right. Thank you very much, Priyank, for the moment, for joining us with your inputs on this story. Moving on. Viewers, the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, or CSIS, has released its 2025 public report flagging Canada-based Khalistani extremists as an ongoing national security threat. CSIS says these elements continue to promote a violent extremist agenda and pose a risk to Canada and its interests. For the first time, the agency has highlighted the clout of what it terms Canada-based Khalistani extremists, or CBKEs. According to the report, some of these actors are well connected within Canada and use institutions to promote their agenda, raise funds and divert money towards violent activities. They have also classified them under politically motivated violent extremism that encourage violence to establish new political systems or reshape existing ones. These actors are also involved in planning, financing and facilitating attacks globally. The report also notes that 2025 marks 40 years since the bombing of Air India Flight 182, the deadliest terror attack in Canadian history, which killed 329 people, most of them Canadians, and was linked to Khalistani extremist elements. However, CSIS underlined that no CBKE-linked attacks were reported in Canada over the past year, though the threat remains. Separately, there have been allegations that certain extremist groups have operated from Canadian soil and staged protests outside Indian diplomatic missions. Canadian government has not publicly responded to these specific claims in this report. Bhavtosh, my colleague, is joining us live right now for more on this. Bhavtosh, this is a very important report that has been put out, and a big revelation, we can say, that has been made.
Yes, and in fact, last year when CSIS for the first time admitted that there are radical elements within Canada and they are responsible for some of the protests that have taken place in Canada. And for the first time, what they had said is very important. What they had said, Hina, is that Canada-based Khalistani extremists were well connected to Canadian citizens who leverage Canadian institutions to promote the violent extremists. Now, this is what India has been saying for a very long time, that you give platform to people like Gurpatwant Singh Pannu and Sikh for Justice, which is a banned organization, and they have been carrying out several of these protests in which diplomats' life are under risk. Importantly, there are several fugitive listed designated terrorists who are operating from Canadian soil. And these things, though they have not been named in the CIS report, but they have mentioned that these individuals who are well
All
connected
right.
with the Canadian society,
Right.
they are also involved in money laundering.
Thank you very much, Bhavtosh, for the moment for joining us with your inputs on this story.